Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So last lecture in Python video lecture series we had discussed about function topic. I had sent the video lectures of class. Good evening. So had you seen all of you that video? We had discussed about function topic. We had discussed about function in Python. That is, what is function? We had discussed that is, function is a block of code that represent by a single name to perform some task. Function takes arguments in form of parameters. Function return data as a result. Function work only after it call. We had discussed like that, and we had discussed about how to declare and define the function. This is the use of def keyword. With the help of def keyword we can declare the function, and inside the function def keyword, then function name we give, and inside the parenthesis we give the parameters, and this is the block of code. This is first step, how to declare and define function. Using def keyword we can declare and define, and in parameters we can give any number of parameters that we use. After that we have discussed also to call a function. How can we call a function? We have to simply type function name with open parenthesis and close parenthesis. By this we can call the function. After that we had discussed define parameters in functions. We had discussed about how to define parameters. With this example we can give any number of parameters inside the function at design time. For example, here we have given two parameter x and y. This is function for add two number, print x plus y, and when we call this function add 2 comma 3, it will 2 comma 3 as a known as 2 comma 3 as a known as argument here. So 2 comma 3 here as a argument we had discussed. So how can we pass parameters, and what is the difference between parameters and what is the difference between arguments? We had also discussed, हमने डिस्कस किया था कि पैरामीटर और आर्ग्यूमेंट के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस होता है. पैरामीटर हम डिज़ाइन टाइम पे देते हैं. पैरामीटर इज गिवन एज अ डिज़ाइन टाइम and the argument are given at runtime when we call the function. Here we have passed two argument 2 comma 3, and 2 is come in x and 3 come in y, then it will print x plus y here. Next we had discussed, इसमें हमने डिस्कस किया था, we had discussed return value from function. How? Because we had discussed that function definition. We had discussed the definition of function is a function is a block of code that represent by single name to perform some task. Function take argument in form of parameters, and function return, here we had discussed function return data as a result. Function, every function return, if we want function return data as a result, that we had discussed. And function, this is also very important, function work only after it call. If we will not call the function, function will never be used. So here you can see that we use return keyword. Return is a keyword that is used to return value from the function. For example, in this function we have defined the function using def keyword, def add x comma y comma z. Here we have given three parameters. हमने डिजाइन टाइम पे यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, ये फंक्शन बनाया हमने डेफ कीवर्ड से, और उसका नाम क्या लिखा है, ऐड लिखा है, and we have given three parameters x, y, z. So we have defined the sum of three parameter x plus y plus z in d variable, and finally return the value of d. When we call this function, यहाँ से हम कॉल कर रहे हैं add, यहाँ से हम 3 आर्ग्यूमेंट पास कर रहे हैं इसमें 2, 3, 5. when we pass 2, 3, 5, it will come x in 2, y in 3, and z in 5. Then it will sum the x plus y plus z in d and return d, finally return the value from where it is call. यहाँ से ये कॉल हुआ है और यहाँ पे ही इसको वापस वैल्यू मिलेगी, इसका सम मिल जाएगा और आंसर आपके पास में आ जाएगा. तो these are the arguments and these are the parameters we had discussed. Next we had discussed in function topic, in last topic, passing different type of arguments in a function. First we had discussed no arguments. For example, here def hello, print hello, and we are calling just hello function. It will print the hello message. Here we have not passed any design, no parameters and no argument we have passes. आफ्टर दैट वी हैड डिस्कस पहला फंक्शन में जिसमें हमने आर्गुमेंट और पास नहीं करी है. दूसरा तरीका था व्हेन पासिंग वन और मोर आर्गुमेंट्स. पासिंग वन और मोर आर्गुमेंट्स. हियर वी हैव पास थ्री आर्गुमेंट 2 3 4. देन इट विल मल्टीप्लाई एक्स वाई जेड एंड रिटर्न द वैल्यू फ्रॉम द कॉलिंग. तो फंक्शन को जहाँ से कॉल किया जाता है वहाँ पे ही ये वैल्यू को रिटर्न करेगा. इट विल रिटर्न द वैल्यू फ्रॉम वेयर इट इज कॉल. थर्ड हमने डिस्कस किया था वेरिएबल लेंथ आर्ग्यूमेंट कैसे हम दे सकते हैं. अगर हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हमें कितनी आर्ग्यूमेंट्स देनी है तो हम यहाँ पे स्पेशल एस्ट्रिक का यूज़ करते हैं. वी यूज़ एस्ट्रिक. फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे डेफ डिस्प्ले टेबल टपल नाम से हमने एक फंक्शन बनाया है. अब यहाँ पे हमें पता नहीं है कि हमारे पास कितनी क्या है, कितने आर्ग्यूमेंट पैरामीटर्स हमको डिज़ाइन करने हैं. तो वी हैड गिवन एस्ट्रिक साइन बिफोर द पैरामीटर नेम and here we can pass any number of arguments here like that. Here we have passed 4 3 5 6 7. These 5 value we have passed as an argument, and these values come inside this parameters, and one by one with the help of for loop we will print this I value. सो यहाँ पे हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हमें कितनी नंबर ऑफ आर्गुमेंट्स पास करनी है. यहाँ पे हमने 5 करी हैं. अगेन जब हमने डिस्प्ले कॉल किया है, फर्स्ट वी हैड कॉल डिस्प्ले इन विच वी हैड पास 5 आर्गुमेंट्स एंड सेकंड टाइम आई एम पासिंग 2 आर्गुमेंट्स. सो इट इज लाइक अ वेरिएबल लेंथ. ये क्या है, वेरिएबल लेंथ ऑफ आर्गुमेंट्स हम यहाँ पे पास कर रहे हैं जो कि एस्ट्रिक सिंबल से पता कर रही है. इन कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन दे विल आस्क व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ एस्ट्रिक ARG. What is the use of asterisk ARG in function in Python? So your answer is asterisk ARG is used as a variable length argument. If we want to pass variable length argument, अब variable length argument का मतलब क्या होता है, जहाँ पे आपको पता ही नहीं है कि आपको कितनी नंबर, how many numbers of argument you have to pass already. So anytime in runtime you will pass any number of arguments according to that parameter will set of that arguments. सेकेंड इसके बाद हमने डिस्कस किया था, नेक्स्ट किया था कीवर्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. कीवर्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स क्या होता है कि सपोज यहाँ पे जो मैं फंक्शन को कॉल कर रहा हूँ, दिस इज द फंक्शन डेफ एड एक्स कॉमा वाई. कीवर्ड आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आर गिवन बाय की इक्वल टू वैल्यू वेज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हियर आई हैव कॉल द फंक्शन एड x equal to 2. This is key, this is its value. Again y its key and 3 is its value. So key and value, and x is passed in here and y is also passed there. Then x plus y print value will be display. So this is called keyword arguments. Again we have taken one example, def list name comma age, print name, print age. List when I called this function list1, name equal to Ajay and age equal to 22. So this is key and its value, key and its value. So this type of argument known as keyword argument. Now again one question arises that we had discussed, what is the mean of variable length arguments. Variable length keyword argument, not argument, variable length keyword argument. What are the variable length keyword arguments? Variable length keyword argument defined by double asterisk ARGS. So in competitive examination they can ask what is the mean of double asterisk ARGS. So your answer will be double asterisk ARGS as used as variable length keyword argument in function topic in Python. So in function we use double asterisk ARGS for variable length keyword arguments. यहाँ पे हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हमें कितनी नंबर ऑफ, हाउ मेनी नंबर्स ऑफ कीवर्ड आर्गुमेंट हमको पास करनी है, तो हमने यहाँ पे जैसे हमने आर्गुमेंट में एस्ट्रिक लगाया था, यहाँ पे डबल एस्ट्रिक एक्स लिख दिया हमने। अब यहाँ पे मैंने नेम इक्वल टू अजय लिखा, एज इक्वल टू 22, कोर्स इक्वल टू BC। रन टाइम पे मैंने जो है 3 कीवर्ड आर्गुमेंट पास किए हैं। अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट इट विल प्रिंट, इफ आई विल इट विल कम इनटू एक्स एंड एक्स में एज को मैं प्रिंट कर रहा हूँ, तो वैल्यू ऑफ एज 22 आंसर आपका यहाँ पे ये प्रिंट करके आपको दे देगा। सिमिलरली अगर आप यहाँ पे प्रिंट करते हैं प्रिंट एक्स और इसमें आप की दे देते हैं नेम, तो इट विल प्रिंट द नेम ऑफ अजय, दैट इज अजय प्रिंट करके दे देगा आपको आंसर। सो दिस इट विल वर्क। सो दिस इज वेरिएबल लेंथ कीवर्ड आर्गुमेंट that we had discussed. Understand everyone? This we had discussed still.
Yes.
So next I am going to discuss about these are the basic terms, and next type of argument, that is default argument. Next type of argument जो हमारी है, जो यूज करते हैं हम, that is default argument. Default आर्ग्यूमेंट। डिफॉल्ट आर्ग्यूमेंट्स का मतलब क्या होता है, कैसे इसको समझेंगे हम, इसको भी एक्सप्लेन करने जा रहा हूँ, आप एग्जांपल से इसको समझेंगे। डिफॉल्ट आर्ग्यूमेंट क्या होती है, फॉर एग्जांपल देखिए कैसे हम फंक्शन बनाते हैं। सबसे पहले फंक्शन बनाने के लिए हम डेफ कीवर्ड का यूज करते हैं, डेफ, देन फंक्शन का नाम देते हैं। सपोज मैंने एक फंक्शन का नाम ऐड नाम से फंक्शन बनाना चाह रहा हूं मैं, सपोज आई वांट टू मेक अ फंक्शन, दिस इज फंक्शन नेम। फर्स्ट यू विल राइट डेफ कीवर्ड, देन स्पेस, देन गिव फंक्शन नेम, एंड इनसाइड दिस पैरेंथेसिस you will give the parameter. Here I am giving two parameters, x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. So these are the default value, these are default value of this default, this is also default value of this, and inside that I just print x plus y, and here this is the declare and definition of the function. Now I am calling the function. This is first step, declare and define the definition. Here you will write colon also sign, this colon sign will also at the end. So I am going to call this function. कॉल कैसे करते हैं फंक्शन को, फंक्शन का नाम लिखेंगे आप, you write function name and pass the, if you will not pass any value, so what it will print, it will print 5 answer. Why? Because default value of x is 2 and default value is y equal to 3, so it will print 5. Suppose you will calling like that, add now 7 comma 5, now it will not take default value, now the value of x is 7, 7 will come into x and 5 will come into y now, then the output will be now, that is 7 plus 5, that is 12. This is the default argument. Let we understand with the example in PyCharm. Suppose I am going to discuss def and then add. Here I have given x equal to 2 comma y equal to 3, then print x plus y. So in outside this function, when I will call this from starting, how we call, add. Suppose I have just written nothing, I have written, so when I will execute this, you can see this is given result of some other questions. So now you can see the output is 5. Now output is 5. This is because of default argument I have passed here. Now I am passing the argument like add 7 comma 9. When I will execute now, you can see output is now 16. Now output is 16 because now it will not take default value. Default value is 2 and default value is y is 3. So this way we can pass the default value. And one important thing I also want to discuss, suppose I don't want to print here, I want to return the value from here. So how can it possible? Using return keyword. I will use return keyword here, return, then I just type x plus y. एक्स प्लस वाई को मैं यहाँ से क्या कर रहा हूँ, रिटर्न कर रहा हूँ। और जहाँ पे से मैं कॉल कर रहा हूँ इसको, तो यहाँ से भी मैं, यहाँ पे मैं इसको अगर प्रिंट करता हूँ, प्रिंट कर फंक्शन के अंदर, व्हेन आई विल कॉल दिस फंक्शन एंड प्रिंट द वैल्यू, बिकॉज इट विल रिटर्न व्हेन इट विल कॉल। यहाँ से आपका फंक्शन कॉल हो रहा है, कॉल होने के इट इज फर्स्ट कॉलिंग, देन इट इज गो x इक्वल टू 2, y इक्वल टू 2 3, then x plus y 2 plus 3 5, then finally it return the value from here to here and print the final value. Here also I can print in with arguments. So in this case I am returning the value now, so it will give the same output here. First it will take default value of x and default value y, then sum equal to 2 plus 3, that is 5. It will return in calling function, add call function है आपका, then again it will call with some value 7,9, then it will work like that. So understand everyone, or doubt? This is default argument.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is about default argument. Now next topic is in function, that is scope of variable in function. Now you understand how to declare function, how to declare the function and define the function, and how to call the function. Now we are going to discuss scope of variable in function. What is the mean of scope? Scope tells the visibility of variable inside function and where it can be accessed. स्कोप बताता है आपको, व्हाट इज स्कोप? टेल्स द विजिबिलिटी ऑफ वेरिएबल इनसाइड द फंक्शन एंड वेयर इट कैन बी एक्सेस. सो इन पाइथन वी हैव scope, three type of scope. First one is global scope, second one is local scope, and third one is non-local scope. Three type of scope is defined in Python, that is first one is global, and second one is local, and third one is non-local. So one by one we will discuss. First is global. What is the mean of global? ग्लोबल का मतलब क्या होता है? ग्लोबल जो कि सब जगह एक्सेस होता है, एक्सेसिबल होता है. फर्स्ट इज ग्लोबल, which can be accessed in every function. For example, we can understand this by example. Suppose we have one variable x equals to 5. Now I have used two functions. One function is def, I have defined def add. Inside that function, I just increment its value x equals to x plus 5, then print x, and after that I have again defined a second function def add 1. Now in this add 1 function I am using x equals to x minus 3, then print x. Now outside that function I must call the add, and then I had call add 1. So what will happen? Now x equals to 5. Now I am using x equal to x plus 5. Then here I will define that x is a global type, so I will define global x. Here also I will define global x. It means x is a global variable. This is x is a global variable. X is available in this function also, and x is available in this function also. So when we'll print uh, uh, when we call first function add, it will call this function add, and the value of x is 5, then 5 plus 5, that is 10, will be printed. Output 10 will be printed. When I will call this add1 function, then it will call add1 function, and inside that x equal to minus x minus 3. So what will be the output? Because x is now 10, 10 minus 3, that is 7. So it will print 7, or it will print 2. Please give reply. It will print 7 or 2. X is here. X is a global function which can be accessed in every function. Here x is accessible in this function also, and in this function also. Both functions are using x, so it is a global variable. We can understand this in practically in PyCharm, so that you have no confusion. Global scope. Variable. Suppose I have given variable x equals to 5, then def I have given a function add, and here x equals to x plus 5 I have given, and before that I will give x as a global, that is global is a keyword, global x I have given. Now I will print the x, I will do print the x. प्रिंट कर दी मैंने वैल्यू. इसके बाद मैंने फिर एक फंक्शन बनाया. देन आई हैव अगेन मेक अ न्यू फंक्शन डेफ add1, and inside this again I have used global x. Then here x equals to x minus 2. I have then print x, and from outside of these both function, from the first line I have to call first function. This is call first function, call add function, and this one call add1 function. So when I will execute this, you can see answer is 8. First out it will display 10. Why 10? Because x is a global variable. Initial value of x is 5. Then x equal to x plus 5. Now the value of global variable x is 5 plus 5, that is 10. Then 10 value is showing in output first line, and after that when we call the second function add1, it will go inside add1 function, and here we have x equals to x minus 2. X equals to x minus 2. So output is now 10 minus 2, that is 8. So now you understand. This is the use of global. Global means which can be accessible in every function. This is first function, this is second function, and x is available in both functions. This is called global scope of a variable in function. Understand or confusion? Please give
Yes,
reply.
sir. Understood.
Okay, now next one is local. Local variable can be visible and accessed only inside the function in which it is declared. मतलब लोकल वेरिएबल विजिबल और एक्सेस वहीं पे तक हो पाएगा जहां पे उस फंक्शन में, इस फंक्शन में उसको डिक्लेयर किया गया है. इट विल बी एक्सेस विजिबल एंड एक्सेस ओनली इनसाइड द फंक्शन इन विच इट इज डिक्लेयर. We can understand this also by example. Here same question with the example we can understand. We have given two function def add. Here I have used x equals to 4, then print x. Then I have given again second function def add 1, add 1. Then again here I have taken x equals to 10, then print x. Now outside this function, first I will call add, then second I will call add 1. So what will be the output? First function will give you output 4 and second one will give you output 10. So here x is a local variable, that is it is accessible only inside that body of the function. After that this line it will delete, it will not accessible. And similarly this x function, this x variable is local for that function. It will accessible only inside that function add 1, not add. This x is local variable for add function, this x is local variable for this add 1 function, and outside of that function their visibility or access is nothing. ये वर्क नहीं करेगा. इसको आप समझ सकते हैं. You can understand practically with this example. Local scope of variable. So here I have given x equals to 10, and inside that function I have given x equals to 20. Now when I call, you can see the output like that. First it will give 15. Why 15? Because x equal to 10, 10 plus 5, that is 15. Here x is a local variable for the function add, and outside that function it will not work. Similarly, that's why it is showing different output. Here def add 1, then inside add 1 function, here the variable x equals to 20. Now x equals to x minus 2, that is 20 minus 2, that is 18. So this x is a local variable for that function, and this x is local variable for add function. Understand everyone? Or doubt? Clear? Or you have doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now third type of scope is non-local. Non-local means which is neither local or nor global. Non-local is used in nested function, in which scope of variable is neither local or global. We use non-local keyword to make variable as non-local. So how we will understand this? Nested function, इसका use कहाँ पे है? It is used in nested function. Means when we have function inside another function inside outer function. So suppose हम इसको example से समझेंगे. Example, suppose हमारे पास हमने एक function, we have created function def outer नाम से एक function बनाया def outer, and this in outer function we have create one variable x and its value is suppose local. I have given its value local. Now inside this outer function again I have created one function def inner, and inside this inner function I want to use x is a non-local way, so I have given non-local x. I have declared x as a non-local. So inside this inner function x is neither local or nor global. Global भी नहीं है, local भी नहीं है. तो ये किसकी तरह काम कर रहा है? नॉन लोकल के तरह काम कर रहा है. और कहाँ पे वर्क करता है? इट इज वर्क ओनली नेस्टेड फंक्शन. इट वर्क ओनली इन नेस्टेड फंक्शन. नाउ हियर आई हैव गिवन x इक्वल्स टू नॉन लोकल. सपोज आई हैव गिवन इट्स वैल्यू इज नॉन लोकल, एंड here I will print this, print x. Now I am calling first this inner function like inner, like that, and outside that I will call outer, then print x. So here x which is local in outer function, and inside this is outer function, this is outer function, and this is inner function. This is nesting of function, and here x, अगर यहाँ पे हम नॉन लोकल नहीं लिखते तो ये x क्या होता है? यहाँ पे इस x वेरिएबल का क्या स्कोप होता? प्लीज गिव रिप्लाई. इफ यू विल नॉट राइट नॉन लोकल हेयर, व्हाट इज द स्कोप ऑफ x हेयर? प्लीज गिव रिप्लाई. अगर यहाँ पे हम इफ वी विल नॉट राइट हेयर नॉन लोकल, इफ विल राइट x इक्वल टू नॉन लोकल एंड हेयर x इज लोकल, so यहाँ पे what is the mean of this x local and this x local, non local? please give reply. देखिए यहाँ पे दो here I have used one function, and inside that function I have create again new function inner. So this is local for this function, and this is local for this function. Now this x is local for outer function, and this x is local for this inner function. But if we have created x as a non-local x, it means this x local variable work as a non-local inside x. That's why the value of x which is changing here, यहाँ पे आपने वैल्यू क्या कर दी? नॉन लोकल कर दी है. यहाँ पे नॉन लोकल लिख दिया है, यहाँ पे x में वैल्यू क्या लिखा है? लोकल. और जब आप इसको प्रिंट करेंगे, व्हेन यू विल प्रिंट कॉल दिस फंक्शन in both time, it will print like that output is non-local. Non-local. Why it is coming? Because x is a local variable for outer function, but inside is a nested function inner, it work as a non-local variable. Non-local variable that it still work inside this function also. So here value of x is local. Now I have changed the value is non-local. When I am printing x, it will print non-local. This is calling the function. When it call, it will go inner, and outside that I have again call outer, then it will call outer, then print x again. So final value of x is non-local, so it will print again non-local. This is the use of non-local scope. Better you will understand practically in PyCharm. Non-local scope of variable. So we have one function that we have given def. Just I have given the name outer. You can give any name. This is not compulsory that you will give specific name. You can give function any name. So here I have defined x is equal to its in value is local. Now inside this I have again create now new function that is inner, and inside this inner function I have use x is non-local. You can see this is non-local keyword and x. So here I have given x equals to, now its value is non-local. To understand that is it is not local. Now just print the value of x, then I will call this inner function first, and outside that I will call outer, then print x. So this is, you can understand this is outer function, and in outer function I have defined x as a local, then I have given def keyword, nested function, this is nested function, and inside this I have given x as a non-local, so the value of x is non-local. When I will execute this, sorry, this is So first we have defined the outer function, and inside that we have defined one variable, that is local variable, and in nested function I have used non-local x, then given x value is non-local, then I have used, then I have print, then I have done the print the value of x, and now I have given, then inside that I have called this inner function, and from outside outer function I have called, so I will call outer here, so when I will call this, you can see it will print like non-local and non-local. Why? Because here inside that nested function x is not treated as a local variable, now it is treated as a non-local variable, because if I will remove non-local here, you can see the changes. Now first time it is printing non-local. Why? Because now this is local variable for inner function, and after that it will not work, its scope is inside that function, and after calling this function it will not work, and after that this x is local, still this is local, its scope is like here, from this point to this point it will work x, this is local for outer function, so now the value is printing, so is showing as a local, now it is showing local value. This is the difference. If I will use here x is, don't want to use x as a local, so I have given x is a non-local x, so I have given x as a non-local. So now you can see in both call it is printing non-local. Why? Because now it is taking x as a non-local inside the nested function. This is the difference between local and non-local. लोकल वेरिएबल क्या होता है, जो एक ही फंक्शन के अंदर काम करेगा और उसके फंक्शन के बाहर उसका वैल्यू काम नहीं करेगी, और नॉन लोकल क्या होगा, जो नेस्टेड फंक्शन में काम करेगा, इट विल वर्क इन नेस्टेड फंक्शन, एंड वी कैन यूज this in as a local in outer function and non-local in nested inside functions. So this is a difference. समझ में आया? और confusion है तो पूछिए. If you have confusion in this, you can ask to me. Please ask.
No, sir.
Clear. So this is the three ways scope. First one is global mean available in all the function. Local means अपने लोकल वेरिएबल लोकल फंक्शन, जिस फंक्शन में आपने डिफाइन किया उसी में काम करेगा. इट विल वर्क ऑन ओनली दैट फंक्शन इन विच इट इज डिक्लेयर. फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे जो फर्स्ट एक्स जो लोकल लिखा है, ये दिस विल वर्क टिल दिस पॉइंट. दिस इज द स्कोप ऑफ दिस एक्स, एंड inside that we have defined x as a non-local. So this is about scope of variable. Now you understand scope of variable. Next we are going to discuss one special type of function, that is lambda function. Lambda function. So lambda function क्या होता है? It is small anonymous function Anonymous means the function that have that a function that have no name. Have no name. We will understand with example. Lambda function can take any number of arguments but contain only one expression. इसका सिंटेक्स क्या है? सिंटेक्स ऑफ दिस लैम्डा फंक्शन इज you will write lambda keyword, lambda, then here you will type arguments. It means any number of argument you can give, then you will type colon sign, then you will write expression, this is the syntax of lambda function. We will understand this by small example. For example, we have taken x equal to lambda a colon a plus 2. Here we have type one argument. This is one argument we have given, and this is expression. Expression means collection of variables and operators. So when I will print this, print x, and in which I will pass 2, then what will be the output? It will go to the this argument x, value of a is 2, then 2 plus 2, that is 4, it will print. This is the lambda. Here function is this function have no name, but it is working like that a function. When you pass x in 2, it is copy in a argument 2, then expression a plus 2, that is 2 plus 2, that is 4. Answer is printed. One example also I am giving you so that you will understand this. For example, x equals to, we have taken lambda a comma b comma c, and then a plus b multiply c. This is expression I have written. You can write only one expression. If you write like a plus b, that will invalid. Only one expression you can write after colon, so this will not work. So right way is x equals to lambda a comma b comma c. Any number of argument you can give. हमने यहाँ पे 3 arguments दिए हैं, आप any number of argument you can give. Then a plus b multiply c. When you will print x, here you will type 2 comma 3 comma 4. Now 2 is here, 2 b 3 in this and 4 in this. So it will work like, first multiply b into c, that is 12 plus 2, that is 14 will be output. So this is the use of lambda function. We can understand this in practically in PyCharm, so that you will understand this lambda function. So here I have taken lambda, lambda, that is, you can see the lambda, and here I have given one argument first, then a plus 2. When I will print x 2, when I will execute this, you can see output, that is 4. Output is 4, you can see. Again, suppose I have taken 3 arguments, a comma b comma c, then a plus b multiply c, then I have taken 1 comma 2 comma 3. When I will execute this, you can see the output 2 into 3 6 plus 1, that is 7. Now it is printing 7. This is the special function lambda function. लैम्डा फंक्शन को हम कहाँ पे यूज करेंगे? इन एनोमनस फंक्शन वेज. In the situation where function has no name, we can use lambda function on those situation. As if you remembered one question that we had left in dictionary, tuple topic, question number 16. Question number 16 was like that. In tuple 16 question we had discussed in tuple and dictionary question series. In this question, the question is like that: tuple 1 equals to, we have tuples of tuple like that, a 12 comma c 13 b 28 comma d 11. And the question was that we have to sort the tuple of tuples by second item. हमको सॉर्टिंग इसकी कैसे करनी थी? वी हैव टू सॉर्ट द टपल ऑफ टपल बाय सेकंड आइटम. वी हैव टू सॉर्ट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सेकंड आइटम, this item. So according to that, output will be like that. First of all, it will print like D11 sorry, then C13, then 12, then A12, then C13, then B28, like that. In this way of sorting. This was the question that we had not discussed there, because in this question we had used the use of lambda function. So how it will work? कैसे वर्क करेगा? So question is that we have to sort the tuple of tuples by second item. हमको second item के basis में इसको sort करना है. We all know that we have sorted function. So if we'll print like that, print sorted. In this sorted function I have passed first argument this tuple. This is tuple 1. Sorry, this is tuple 1. So I have passed this first argument tuple 1, comma, in sorting the sorting function, sorted function. What is the use of sorted function? Please give reply. This function will sort the list values. Collection of values को sort करने के लिए यूज होता है. It contains two arguments. First argument is a collection type, comma second argument is a key. So key क्या होता है? Key is used to search condition. किस बेसिस पे हम सर्च करना चाहते हैं? की इज यूज टू गिव सर्च कंडीशन. सो हम यहाँ पे फर्स्ट आर्गुमेंट हमने क्या कलेक्शन टाइप लिखा हुआ है. वी हैव पास्ड टपल 1 एंड की इक्वल्स टू हमने यहाँ पे दिया की इक्वल्स टू लैम्डा and here I have passed, sorry, like that we will work. I will explain. We have given like that. हमने यहाँ पे ऐसे दिया है इसको. तो यहाँ पे हम लैम्डा फंक्शन का यूज कर रहे हैं. प्रिंट sorted, then tuple 1, this is collection type, comma key equals to lambda x colon x1. This is the search condition. Here lambda is a anonymous function. What is x? This is argument, and the expression after the colon is x1. It means these all are anonymous function types, and inside this function we have taken, this is 0th argument, and this is first element, 0th element, this is first element, this is 0th element, this is first element, 0th element, this is first element. So हमारा सर्चिंग का कंडीशन क्या है, सॉर्टिंग का कंडीशन क्या है, हमें सॉर्टिंग किसके बेसिस पे करनी है, वी हैव टू सॉर्ट द सेकंड बेसिस ऑफ सेकंड आइटम. सो वी हैव टेकन x कोलन x1. सो x1 वाले के बेसिस पे की काम करेगी एंड इट विल गिव द सॉर्टेड आउटपुट लाइक दैट. सो की इक्वल टू लैम्डा x x1. It what is the mean of x bracket 1? It means the index number second will be used as a sorting criteria. sorting condition किसके बेसिस में होगी, सेकंड एलिमेंट के बेसिस में होगी. तो इसको हम we can understand this practically in PyCharm so that you will understand this question properly. So we have tuple 1 equals to 812 comma b. According to question we will do A12 C13 B28 D11. A12 then C13 then third one is C13 then B28. Sorry, A12 C13 B28 comma B28 comma D11. D11. So we have to sort it. Question is that we have to sort it this tuple of tuples by second item. So we will just type print and we will use sorted function. In sorted function we have given first argument is a collection type, that is tuple 1. इसको हमको सॉर्ट करना है, कॉमा की इक्वल्स टू हमने दे दिया की इक्वल्स टू लैम्डा x colon x of 1. So when I will execute this, you can see something is
Error in closing bracket, sir.
Which one? This one?
In first line, sir.
Okay. In this? Okay, this
After
one.
13, one more bracket is there.
This one first. 13 and this also.
After 13, you have
Okay. This one. Now it is working. Okay. Again from some problems. A12 comma C13 B28 D11. Why is we have given tuple A, so A12 C13 B12 and this. When I will execute this, now you can see the output. The sorting is on the basis of second element. Now D11 come first, then A12, then C13, then B28. Similarly, if I will give x0, then it will question is like that: sort the tuple of tuple by first element, not second element. So you have given lambda here x0. So lambda here work as a anonymous function which has no name, but it takes as a key criteria in this sorted function. So it will work like that. Now it is sorting like A, then B, then C, then D. Understand use of lambda function?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is about lambda function. Now the last topic in function topic that we are going to discuss, this is the magic of function topic, that is recursion. Recursion. Recursion means, what is the use of recursion? Recursion means when a function call itself. When recursion means when a function call itself. What it mean? When a function call itself. For example, suppose I have given the keyword def and I have given the function add, and inside of this function I am calling this function. I am not calling this function from outside this def. I am calling this function from inside that function. When function call itself, inside its body, then it is termed as recursion. So if I will write like that, so it will work as a we can use recursion as loop. We can use recursion as loop, as we had discussed in factorial of a given number or prime number. These type of looping control statements program we had discussed. So recursion means when a function call itself. So we can use recursion as a loop. So it is very important thing about recursion that we have to give base condition to terminate recursion. Otherwise it will go to infinite function call. Same like that in loop. If in loop we don't give the terminate condition, loop will execute infinite times. Means, understand, in for loop or while loop we must give the some terminate condition. Otherwise क्या होता है कि अगर फंक्शन लूपिंग में भी हमने देखा था, we had discussed that if in loop we had not given the termination condition, loop will go to the infinite loop. For example, हम इसको समझ सकते हैं जैसे पाई चार्ट में देखें, if you will understand like that. For example, for I am using while loop. While I greater than 2, I have given like that, and I am printing I, and I have declared the I as a initial variable. Suppose I have given I equals to 5. when I will execute this, now you can see it work as an infinite loop, because it is not it has no termination point. We have given the condition 5 is greater than 2, it will be true infinitely, हमेशा ही ट्रू रहेगी ये, तो ये ऐसे तो ये कभी ख़त्म ही नहीं हो पाएगी. तो क्या होगा, यहाँ पे टर्मिनेशन कंडीशन हमने दी नहीं है ढंग से. ओके, सो इफ आई वांट टू लाइक दैट, सपोज आई हैव गिवन I less than 10, and inside that I have give some increment value I equals to I plus 2, then it will work like that. Now you can see it will work. Now it will work as a fine way. Now 5, then 7, then 9 it will be printed. Why? Because first value is 5, 5 is greater than 10, then 7 is less than 10, then 9 is also less than 10, then it will stop the loop. Understand this? Understand this? In infinite
Yes, sir.
condition. Infinite condition arises when we have not give proper termination conditions in the loops. We will discuss this recursion topic tomorrow in detail, because it is very important to understand. So we will understand this recursion tomorrow. Okay. Please revise all these terminology in functions, like type of function, calling of function, the different type of arguments we had passed here. Tomorrow we will discuss some questions also based on function topic with this recursion also. We will discuss some good questions based on function topic. Most probably we will cover 10 to 15 questions based on this function topics, so you will understand that this function is clearly. Okay, so I am closing today class. We will discuss this topic tomorrow in recursion topic, and we will discuss also some numeric problem also. So bye bye, take care all of you.
Bye, sir.